The brand new season of Squid Game introduced us to some new faces, with some of them being extremely popular in the entertainment world. Let's dive into how these actors landed their roles because, spoiler alert, it wasn't an easy journey. Let's start with player 222, also known as Kim Jun-hee, played by none other than Jo Yuri. From idol to actress, her path to one of the most talked about roles in Squid Game is as thrilling as the show itself. But how did she land the gig that skyrocketed her acting career? Before Squid Game, Yuri was best known as a member of the girl group IZ*ONE, captivating fans with her voice and charm. After the group's disbandment, she began exploring acting, proving she's more than just an idol. She had already shown promise in smaller roles, but nothing could have prepared her for the global attention that came with Squid Game. The road to becoming player 222 wasn't exactly smooth, because it turns out her company sent her the audition details completely last minute, meaning she had very little time to prepare. In a YouTube video, Yuri revealed that she was in Busan visiting her family when she found out about the role. She was enjoying some time with her loved ones, and suddenly she was told to pack up and audition for one of the biggest global series out there. It's not hard to imagine Yuri probably felt bad about leaving, but her mother wasn't about to let her miss this opportunity. When Yuri told her family about the audition, her mother immediately told her to hurry and go. But Yuri wasn't just battling time. The auditions themselves were also really intense. Speaking about the experience, she said, "I safely made it through the first audition and I got a call back for the second audition. I wasn't sure how it went because although I gave it my all, I felt like I might not have made it." Despite the fact she had little time to shake off the whirlwind of emotions from her last-minute journey, Yuri completed each audition round one by one, proving she had the talent and determination to be part of the show. She revealed that the audition process consisted of 4 grueling auditions, and in true Squid Game fashion, she survived all of them. Yuri found out she landed the role while she was working. She explained that usually when she's at work, her director avoids calling her, but this time around, something was off because her phone kept ringing. When she finally decided to pick up, she received the great news that she would be playing the part of player 222, and the rest is history. After gaining a lot of praise for her acting and her amazing portrayal of Jun-hee, Yuri's acting future is looking very bright. She has also revealed that in the future, she'd like to explore more action-packed dramas and focus on playing unpredictable characters, so we have a lot to look forward to. Moving on, let's talk about the role of Cho Hyunju, a trans woman who decided to participate in the games to fund her gender-affirming surgeries. Her plan was to win the games and then move to Thailand to live a better life. Hyunju is played by cisgender actor Park Sung Hoon, which sparked a lot of controversy because the inclusion of a transgender character in itself, a huge Korean drama, is a very big deal. South Korea is known for being pretty conservative when it comes to LGBTQ+ issues, as same-sex marriage isn't legal, and conversations about gender identity are often considered taboo. So, the decision to introduce a trans character in such a high-profile series had many people applauding the bold choice, while others criticized the move. Although there were some transphobic responses and comments from the public, the biggest controversy wasn't even about the character herself, but about Sung Hoon's casting. Many viewers felt it was a missed opportunity to cast a real trans woman and offer authentic representation. Some stated that having a cisgender man play the role wasn't the right way to highlight such an important community. The criticism was loud, but others were quick to defend the decision, saying the inclusion of Hyunju's character alone was already a bold step for a mainstream show in South Korea. The backlash grew so much to the point that director Hwang Dong Hyuk had to address the issue himself. In an interview with TV Line, he explained his casting choices, stating that he had already anticipated the criticism from the moment he began creating Hyunju's character. However, it turns out that he wanted to cast an openly trans actress to authentically portray Hyunju from the start, but after extensive research, it became clear how challenging this would be. In South Korea, openly LGBTQ+ actors, let alone trans actors, are almost non-existent due to the heavy marginalization of the LGBTQ+ community within the country. The director described this reality as heartbreaking and shared his disappointment that it was nearly impossible to find someone who could take on the role. Ultimately, the choice to cast Sung Hoon came down to necessity, but it wasn't made lightly. The director emphasized his confidence in Sung Hoon, explaining that he had followed his career since his debut and was convinced that his talent and dedication made him the best person to bring Hyunju's complex story to life. While the casting may not have been what everyone hoped for, the director expressed hope that this character could still spark important conversations auditions and pave the way for more inclusive storytelling in the future. Moving on, did you know that Yang Dong Geun, who plays the role of Young Shik, almost declined the role after reading the script for the pairing game? The emotional weight of the scene, where Young Shik lets go of his mother's hand, left Dong Geun deeply shaken to the point that he seriously considered turning down the role, overwhelmed by the idea of portraying such raw and heartbreaking emotions. As he explained, the thought of saying, "I'm sorry, Mom," on screen hit close to home because it was something he'd never been able to express in real life. Despite his initial hesitation, Dong Geun decided to take on the challenge, channeling his personal feelings into the performance. He revealed that he even felt physically ill before filming the scene, which just proves how emotionally invested he was. Ultimately, his decision to embrace the vulnerability paid off, as his honest portrayal of Young Shik brought incredible depth to the character. Paired with Kang Ae-shim's powerful performance as Young Shik's mother, Gum Ja, their scenes in the pairing game have become some of the most talked about moments in season 2. Next, let's talk about how Park Gyu Young ended up playing Kang No-ul. Her character is a North Korean defector who becomes a game officer, and getting the role wasn't as simple as being handed the script. Gyu Young actually had to go through 2 auditions to land the part. It wasn't until after she was cast that she found out she'd be playing one of the mysterious pink guards, which made things even more exciting for her, as this role gives fans a closer look at how the games are run and expands the show's intense world. Even though Gyu Young has starred in some big dramas, auditioning for Squid Game 2 felt like a huge opportunity she couldn't pass up. She knew how massive the show had become after season 1 and understood the pressure that came with joining such a globally loved series. Opening up about her fears, she said, "It would be a lie to say I didn't feel pressure following the unprecedented success of season 1. The role I played is both big and small, and I wanted to convey the character's full history within the given screen time. In the end, everything worked out perfectly, and she gave us an unforgettable performance." It's undeniable that director Dong Hyuk made a few interesting choices for the drama, and one of them was casting Lee Jin-wook. Although there's not much we know about his casting process, we do know that his inclusion in the drama caused a lot of controversy. Jin-wook plays one of the competitors in the games, a father desperate to win so he can pay for his terminally ill daughter's treatment. Although he's had a pretty successful acting career, it all came crashing down in 2016 when he was accused of forcing himself on a woman. This led to a messy legal battle, and eventually the court ruled there wasn't enough evidence to convict him. Still, many felt the ruling was questionable, and the controversy has stuck with him ever since. To this day, a large part of the public believes Jin-wook was guilty and argues that he doesn't deserve a platform in the entertainment industry. Earlier this year, when Jin-wook was announced as the lead for Dear Yeri, a drama focused on healing, fans were quick to voice their anger. Many said his casting was inappropriate and triggering given the nature of the show. When Netflix revealed Jin-wook would appear in season 2 of Squid Game, the backlash hit an even bigger stage. Furious fans flooded social media, with some announcing they'd boycott the series altogether. Last up is the controversial decision to cast Big Bang's T.O.P. to play the role of Thanos, a rapper competing in the games. While fans were intrigued by the idea of the K-pop idol stepping into such a high-profile role, his casting quickly became one of the most controversial topics surrounding season 2. T.O.P., whose real name is Choi Sung-hyun, is no stranger to fame. As a former member of the iconic boy band Big Bang, he dominated charts and stages worldwide. He also earned praise for his acting skills in earlier projects. However, his career was completely ruined in 2017 when he was caught up in a huge scandal. While serving his mandatory military service, T.O.P. was investigated for using illegal substances. Just days after the news broke, he was found unconscious after an apparent overdose of tranquilizers and was rushed to the hospital in critical condition. Although he survived and later pleaded guilty to the charges, receiving a 10-month prison sentence, the scandal left a permanent mark on his public image. Despite expressing regret and completing his probation and military service, many fans and critics couldn't forgive or forget. His past resurfaced with full force when it was announced that he would appear in season 2 of Squid Game. Director Dong Hyuk eventually spoke out against the criticism, saying he didn't expect such a strong reaction. He explained that T.O.P. had already served his sentence, and enough time had passed since his scandal, so he didn't think casting him would be an issue. Hwang also praised T.O.P.'s work ethic on set, saying he showed real dedication and earned the role, but fans weren't entirely convinced. Things got even more heated when lead actor Lee Jung-jae was dragged into the mix. Fans discovered that Jung-jae had a past connection to T.O.P., sparking rumors that he might have used his influence to secure T.O.P.'s role as Thanos. Jung-jae's team was quick to shut these claims down, clarifying that casting decisions were solely made by the director and production company. Netflix also had to weigh in, confirming that all casting choices were based on the creator's vision and had nothing to do with the actors' connections. But the drama didn't stop with Jungjae. The spotlight soon shifted to Lee Byung-hun. Netizens pointed out that T.O.P's current entertainment manager is the former head of Byung-hun's agency, fueling suspicions that their close ties might have played a role in T.O.P's casting. While there's no concrete evidence for any of these rumors, it's safe to say that his casting created a hot mess.